Hermes Trismegistus, Book 4 of the Corpus Hermeticum here. This is on God and the monad and gnosis, or the insight into the true reality.
Without a beginning, there is nothing, and a beginning comes from nothing except itself if it is the beginning of other things. Because it is a beginning, then, the monad contains every number. It is contained by none and generates every number without being generated by any other number. But everything generated is imperfect and divisible, subject to increase and decrease. None of this happens to what is perfect.
So everything manifest, right, is imperfect. It's impure in a way, right? And the whole point of Hermeticism and Gnosis, in a way, is to get in touch with the invisible realm and build understanding of the monad, that which is the cause behind creation, the true cause. And if we approach life from this, right, and not getting tied up in the gain and loss, or the worldly winds per se. Sprinklers just started. Not getting tied up in what we see, but seeking to understand the cause behind it, seeking to understand and identify with the invisible self, the seer, right? We gain an understanding of the monad. We start to gain an understanding of the cause behind things. And, we basically rise above the worldly winds of gain and loss. The next part here is the key that I want to hit on.
What can be increased takes its increase from the monad, but it is defeated by its own weakness, no longer able to make room for the monad.
That which gives, takes. There is no such thing as gain or loss, right? Like, if you just take some deep breaths right now and start to find the source, the innocent, creative source at the center of your being, that is infinity. It's timeless. It's eternal, right? And when we're rooted in that source, our outward expressions will be fueled by that which is eternal, that which is infinitely fueled, per se.
Such then, Tat, is God's image, as best I have been able to sketch it for you. If your vision of it is sharp and you understand it with the eyes of your heart, believe me, child, you shall discover the road that leads above, or rather the image itself will show you the way. For the vision of it has a special property. It takes hold of those who have had the vision and draws them up, just as the magnet stone draws iron, so they say.
This is about the understanding of God, and those who have acquired the vision or the understanding of the true reality. That understanding draws you upward. It draws you above matter. It starts to root you in that which is divine, divinity, right? It's going from mortality to immortality in a way. And it's like fire ascends onto fire and earth descends onto earth. And whatever we're more identified with, wherever our understanding is pulling us towards, that's where we will end up, right? And it's like the study of Hermeticism, Gnosis, spiritual texts, is the study of the self. It's the study of God so that we can come to a more perfect, a more clear vision of it. And the more clear that vision, the more we can reside in that truth, right? And that's what draws you up to the path to the stars. My friends, there's a path to the stars that leads above man. This is what all of Hermeticism is about. It's about attaining to claiming your divinity. It's the same thing as Gnosticism. In Gnosticism, the belief is that we are gods that have forgotten, right? It says it in the Bible too, ye are gods. But we get caught up and tied into the physical world and the physical senses. And the whole point of this stuff is to earn your divinity, right? A lot of the New Age stuff is like, oh, we're all already immortal. Yeah, to some degree that's true. But on the other side of the spectrum, it's like you got to earn your divinity. You got to earn your right to graduate from this school. And not all people, not all souls graduate here. Okay? There's de-evolution, there's degression, or there's progression, there's evolution. It's like, which way are you moving, right? There's a path to the stars that leads beyond man, and to the ancients, to the mysteries. They knew this. We have forgotten it in the modern day. We think man's potential is man's potential, but it's actually an immortal potential to rise above and beyond. And it starts at gnosis. It starts at progress, in the evolution and the understanding of that which is invisible. The knowledge of God is what saves you. Hermes Trismegistus. This is the truth that was, that is, and that will be. Immortal Truth signing off. Peace.